back to the channel. Today we're going to do something simple. We're going to be installing a catch can. As everyone in the community knows it as a catch can, it is also called an oil separator. This one in particular is from JLT. It is a 3.0 oil separator. Passenger side black anodized for the 2018 Mustang GT. So why am I not installing both? From what I know, the 15 to 17 and even the 18s this far, the problematic or the culprit is the passenger side. Seems to have a higher volume of oil coming out of the PCV system, which re-enters the intake, and the driver's side is known for very little to no oil coming out and re-entering the intake system off of the driver's side. So that's why for now I've only gone with the passenger side. That pretty much covers the bases. Obviously, if you're boosted or you're in a max effort tune or setup NA setup in your car, you'd want to have both sides just for peace of mind. So here it is. I've already opened it up just for purposes of easily accessing it in the video here. I've also prepped the car to quickly be able to remove the panels that we're going to need to remove. And when I say panels, I mean the engine cover here. So inside, you're going to, first thing you're going to see here is some packaging material. Throw that to the side. JLT performance sticker. Obviously your instructions and the product itself. So let's remove it from the box. My initial impression right away is it's OEM quality as far as the hoses or the tubes that go there, and these plugs at the end there that literally just snap onto the OEM area from what I know. So overall, like I said, the catch can itself, very nice there. Got a JLT 3.0 engraved on the top cap. I guess it's like a grip style, like stippling. It's got a lot of grip, so it's to assist in unscrewing the bottom of it there to empty the can. So very well built, put together. From what I understand, they work excellent as well. They do what they're designed to do. So moving on, the engine cover, there's going to be two plugs here. You're going to want to pop those off. Now those plugs are just in place to cover what is down in there, which is a 10mm nut that secures the entire plate or the engine cover to the manifold area. So you'll use a 10mm back off the nuts, and when you're done with that, just be very careful when you're lifting it off, because what could happen is if you jerk in a jerking motion, if you lift too fast, or if it gets hung up and it springs loose, what'll happen is the 10mm nuts, you're going to either see them fly off to the side, or you never see them again, as they'll be stuck or lodged somewhere in the engine bay. So just be very careful and remove that. No need to remove the oil cap or anything like that. That will just lift right through there. The filler cap for your oil here. So with that being said, let's go ahead and lift this up gently. Just kind of massage it out of that area there, and as you see, it came loose. Okay, so under there you're going to find the intake manifold, fuel system, direct injection stuff. What we're looking for obviously is this system here, passenger side PCV system. The old school stuff is on the valve covers. There was a PCV valve with a rubber hose and a worm gear clamp securing a filter, which any kind of oil vapors or anything that came out of the crankcase pressure relief would exit through there, and over time you'd have a dirty filter you'd have to either clean or replace. Now the new government, the EPA standard, Clean Air Acts and all that, the car is supposed to recapture and burn off as much of that as possible. So what happens is your PCV valve relieves crankcase pressure, which will be in the form of either a real light oil vapor, or it could be actual fluid coming through under high or extreme conditions. Oil vapors and or oil itself can travel through this pipe here. I'm going to call it a tube. Through this tube here and into the intake system here behind the throttle body. So what happens is the oil vapors get in there, it starts gunking things up, any kind of inner workings, the valves, and just anything that moves in there, or it just, that's what's going to happen is during combustion, heat, time, it's gonna gunk up your valve system. It could hinder performance down the road. So it's very important that if you do any light modding, or you plan on keeping the car even in any form and not touching it at all, as far as performance goes, I still highly recommend you get the catch can, at least for the passenger side. So here I have the PCV tube, and at the ends here there's going to be these gray little I don't know, tabs, let's call them tabs. What I'll do is I'll push what I'm going to call towards me, or I'm going to pull it back towards me, and you lift and it should release just like that. Simple. Now you get the same idea over here. This one attached right behind the throttle body and the intake manifold. Get down in here, pull it, lift, there it is, it's off. Now my engine's been cooling down for a little bit, but I noticed that there still are some components that are hot. So be careful, give it some time to cool off, or do it before you go out in the morning or something, just so you don't burn yourself. But yeah, I did notice that it's still pretty warm, and it's been sitting for an hour or so. So let's go ahead with the JLT version 3.0 catch can. So I'm going to kind of just place it here. Hopefully it'll stay. Okay, so I staged it up for you guys. We'll put one side on at a time. So you can see it's going to just go right in there. So what you want to do is grab this side, push down until you hear positive click there. Then you can angle these, by the way, they twist, the ends twist to match the angle. Push down. Okay, push down on the other side till you hear it click. Once it's clicked in there, give it a little tug on each side. Yep, positive seating there. It is locked in place. Beautifully just sits there, looks OEM. You wouldn't know the difference if you didn't know, if you weren't looking for it. You definitely wouldn't know that it's aftermarket. It looks OEM until you read on there JLT 3.0. So if anybody's wondering if I put the engine cover back on, I do not. I actually like it. It looks better without it. Of course it does look cleaner with it on, but it's just kind of funky in my opinion. The other reason why I leave it off is because this is just based off my opinion. I think that, naturally heat rises, and I think heat is getting stuck underneath there, and it's retaining heat and keep that heat soaking into all the components there, the manifold. And if you all know, heat is the enemy for making power and efficiency. So that's just my opinion. You guys do it however you want, and you want to put it back on there. It's so easy to put back on there. It lines up. Put your two 10mm on there, tighten them down. Make sure and be careful and that's fitted in there properly also, and that there's no obstruction or anything in the way. But there it is, guys. JLT 3.0 oil separator for the 2018 Mustang GT. What do I think about it? Obviously, I'm going to just give a shout out to JLT. I think that they've done a fantastic job of engineering the product. It is OEM quality, if not better. Definitely heavy duty stuff. I have no doubt it's going to do what it's supposed to do. I've seen it time and time again, reviewed over and over with great results, and I have no doubt that that's what I've got now, and I can trust this to do what it is designed to do. So yeah, thanks again to JLT. Very well made products. In the future, I am considering a JLT intake. I don't know yet though. I'm still weighing out the options. This JLT 3.0 oil separator, and as we mostly know it as out there in the car community, the catch can from JLT, superior product as far as quality, the build quality. And we will see. I'm gonna let a week go by, see if we can pop it open and see if it's caught any oil. We may or may not see anything, I don't know, and just kind of do some updates with it. But again, thank you JLT, and thank you everybody if you're still watching this video. Thank you for bearing with me, and I appreciate your time, and I'm happy to have you on the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe down below. Turn on the notification bell, that way you can keep up with the content that I am uploading. I'm gonna try and upload at least once a week, but my goal is to do 3+ times a week. But for now, once a week is something I really want to commit to. Twice a week, you know, kind of keep ramping it up a little bit. But thank you guys, I appreciate your time. Please share with your friends, and I hope that you learned something from this video and it's helpful, and that you enjoyed the install. And I will see you guys around, so take it easy and be safe.